now spewing with waste. Taree is trashed.
We'll get through this. We will.
Julie Mansour owns the Pulteney Arcade, where it's all got to go. Windows, walls, carpet and doors, whole shops stripped bare. A retail ruin. But the working bee has brought a buzz. It's come if you can, and come they did.
It's just amazing. Can't be more thankful.
And all down the street, it's the same. It's a kind of clean you've never seen, because this town is a tip. At the music shop,
Full chest type.
turn it up.
That bottom row of guitars, they're all going.
And the only heavy metal here, the trolleys out the front. But the flood tide has turned.
It's stopped raining. The worst is over.
The Premier arrived and headed straight for the streets.
This is going to take us years.
Up to his neck in the tales of a flood they'll never forget. Look at the waterline on that window.
And it's 2025.
He went door after door.
What do you need from me?
Right now, coffee. Julie's got that. Otherwise, it's cash hardship payments.
It won't be long, but it's not today.
Some want out, a buyback scheme.
Look, I can't promise that.
The other big one, insurance.
I've got a great insurance broker.
Maybe this guy.
I'm an insurance advisor in town. Whatever you can do, it'd be magic.
I don't have an answer today for every single home. I see how you.
Earlier, this drone team. They are good people.
So they needed some chemo and it got dropped with the drone.
Doing good things.
It's so good.
In fact, here it comes now.
Wow.
Delivered in the dark and never done before.
I'm still a little bit in shock to know that that was a first.
We would have lost hundreds of people without the volunteers.
At the National Situation Room,
Still 9 evacuation centres open, but that's a little bit less.
the flood tally board.
750 water rescues. We've had a number of aerial rescues.
Hard to find people
How you going, mate?
in hard to find places.
Would you like to come out?
You bet, and as good as gold. Same for these seniors out of aged care to the back of a boat. Ironically, these floods are draining.
Many impacted communities who are very tired.
Back at the music shop,
Everything that's on the floor here is going.
and as the cleanup continues,
It's only money and we're going to be okay.
at least everyone is singing the same song.
Be safe.
Be safe.
Our reporters join us live now with today's developments on this unfolding flood disaster. First to Inga Nielsen in Taree. Inga, a big milestone up there tonight.
Angie, the Pacific Highway is now completely open across New South Wales. This section just near Taree opened quite literally minutes ago. This is significant for the mid-north coast communities because it means trucks can now get in to restock critical supplies after it's been closed for almost a week. But drivers are still being urged to be cautious with many roads in the region still underwater.
That's good progress. Thank you, Inga.
Trauma turned to terror for flood victims in Kempsey today when a gunman started shooting at police. Sam Payne is live there for us. Sam, good evening. What happened?
Yeah, Michael, it started early this morning when police spotted a 30-year-old man who was known to them driving in the flood zone. Officers chased him, and when he crashed, it's alleged he opened fire, sparking a long and dangerous standoff. A crashed car in a neighbourhood already smashed by floodwaters. The end of a dangerous police chase.
Yeah, mate, it's something we didn't really need after the floods. Everyone was already traumatised.
His car bogged. The driver started shooting from the front seat
In his vehicle, firing shots at police.
before barricading himself under the house.
Him screaming at the coppers screaming back at him, then shots fired.
It all started 12 kilometres away at Nambucca Heads. Police chased him here, ordering neighbours to evacuate their homes again as tactical officers surrounded him.
7 or 8 of those guys, and they were obviously well armed.
The man spent 5 hours
Hi.
in that garage after firing multiple shots at police until a negotiator finally got him to surrender.
Hello guys, how are you?
What a difficult and dangerous job it is, and I'm thinking about those officers involved at the moment.
It's the last thing they needed up here.
It's the second one in from the
A
right.
lot of
This
people
is as
crisis
close
for
as
floods.
Eliza Roderick can get to her place, but she knows
So I share this
everything
video
inside
and
is
news NSW.
The name of her street feels like a cruel taunt. Now,
Devastating.
Eliza can't get in, and Paul
Very
Howard
sad
can't
moment.
get out. His flat and the shops under him are an island.
For us to be able to walk out in that street, there's still easy 4 foot of water down there.
It's plain to see just out his back door.
That's the water at the bottom of our stairs. That was about 5 steps high before.
But he's trying to make
Oh
the
my
most.
god, the house is full
Time to not
water.
have the television and just talk to the wife.
In Kempsey, Sam Payne, 7 News.
This Kempsey.
Well, this flood disaster is having a knock-on effect on supermarket supplies across the state. Live to Nick Hose. Nick, what's been the impact?
Yeah, good evening, Angie. Supermarket shelves have been stripped bare in the disaster zone. This is what a lot of the supermarkets are looking like tonight up in Taree. We know a couple of the local Coles and Woolworths are closed, but we're also feeling that pain here in Sydney. Woolies warning that supplies of meat are going to be harder to find. It actually put out a statement today blaming widespread road closures for those temporary shortages. Now, it's unclear at this stage whether it'll be lamb, steak or sausages missing from shelves or how long it will last. We are being urged to only take what we need with extra stock on the way. And while we're at it, the price of milk could also rise as a result of this emergency. Dairy farmers say they simply can't milk their cows or move that milk off to production. Now, other states may help make up that shortfall, but we could expect a spike at the checkout. Now, Angie, as we heard earlier, the M1 motorway is opening tonight in one direction, so hopefully some of that supply can start to land on those shelves.
Let's hope so. Thank you, Nick.
Monday CRM has the best AI features in the game.
Especially in sales.
Hands down.
So for me, email composition works like magic. You know me, I'm not a great writer, but AI helps me keep it super professional, super engaging, no more embarrassing typos.
Exactly. I personally love the Zoom AI summary. Takes any meeting and spits out a summary. I'm in back-to-back.
It's another nervous wait around Penrith and Hawkesbury tonight with the Warragamba Dam teetering on the edge.
Sydney Water expects a spill later tonight or sometime tomorrow, but insists it will be small.
Full and ready to spill over. Warragamba Dam near overflowing and triggering its floodgates, sending water from a saturated catchment heading towards Sydney suburbs.
We're about to get a release from Warragamba Dam, which will put floodwaters from the valley, Warragamba Valley, into the Hawkesbury system.
The dam's operators describing it as a small spill. The peak outflow could be around 20 gigalitres a day.
That release would typically put 3 to 3.5 metres on top of the existing flood. At the moment, the release would probably have to be not so large.
Downstream, preparations are in place for rising water levels. Traffic crews on standby to shut down Richmond Bridge if necessary. Well practiced.
We've had 8 floods in 4.5 years. Very nervous and quite frankly, they're quite angry.
With the expected spill impacts, there are more warnings to stay away from fast-flowing water. The people are worried.
Because all the water's already filled up all the ground, there's not anywhere for it to go, so yeah, it's going to be bad.
It's going to come, but hopefully it won't be as damaging as last time.
Water levels are still high, but with the worst of the wet conditions past, the threat of major flooding appears averted. Locals fear they may not be so lucky next time. After the government ruled out raising the dam wall. Today saying extensive work, including evacuation routes, means Sydney is prepared for the spill effects. The opposition disagrees.
There is no protection for 70,000 people below that dam wall.
Chris Marr, 7 News.
It's Australia's very own White Lotus. Isolated, romantic, dysfunctional. Once a luxury wilderness escape, Mara Lodge is now deserted. Staff and customers say they're owed money, and a bitter court battle is playing out.
Nestled in native bushland, where birds sing and waves swish, Mara Lodge was the epitome of luxury. An adults-only retreat that could be Australia's answer to the White Lotus. And just like the